Time for the football fix on the New England Patriots to start this 1 o'clock hour. One, hiring, firing, major change, trade in the organization to have the biggest turnaround for the team. What would it be for the Patriots?
So I was looking at this last night, and I got to give New England credit because I think a lot of the big picture stuff is off the table based on the way that they handled this offseason, right? I think you have a competent head coach in place. I'm satisfied with the owner. I've seen them, run a franchise that's had success in the past, so I'm not going to go big picture like we just did with the Red Sox. I'm adding Terry McLaurin because I believe in the quarterback. I believe in Drake May, and I think if you add a legit number one receiver to this offense, and all of a sudden you have McLaurin to pair with some of these other things, I think now you're looking at a legit playoff team. Like, no question about it. I know I have them at 11 wins already. But a real playoff team with real expectations, a young quarterback, and now you have a foundation moving forward where you're going to be in the mix in the AFC. I'm going Terry McLaurin as my one move.
I'm right there with you.
Receiver for Drake May is your answer.
Yes.
That's the play, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's not the play. In fact, that's far too realistic to even use up your fantasy game. And you might accuse me of mine being entirely too realistic, but something tells me the history of this team, it isn't. I would blow out the entire front office. I'd fire everybody. I'd fire the scouts. I'd fire Elliott Wolf. I'd fire Matt Groh. And I would tell Ryan Cowden and Mike Vrabel to build out a new front office for this team for years to come. There are too many people hanging on in that front office from the Bill Belichick era, an era with a bunch of bad draft picks that to this point we have seen no improvement in. We like some of their picks, right? Collectively, we like their draft from this spring, right?
Yep. Yes.
We have no
So
idea,
we're told.
but we have no idea if it's going to work out.
No, totally
So
fair.
don't tell me it was a good draft because you don't know that yet.
Yes.
Okay? You told me Jalen Polk was going to be a legit receiver. You told me Baker was a steal. Those guys blow. They don't belong in the NFL. Those people in that front office took those two players a year ago. So you're sitting here today telling me they got to go get Terry McLaurin. Yeah, you know why? Because these guys in this front office whiffed again. And if there's something there that I don't think they'll do, but they should do, it's that. Clean it up and start over. It feels like they continue to try and take shortcuts in starting over and turning the page. And this is one of the big ones that has been left unresolved. So that's what I would use it up on. I think there's also another case to be made that you start making a transition in ownership too. And I think that's going to happen eventually anyway, so I wouldn't use up the fantasy trade or deal on that.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a fresh sense of something beyond hiring another new head coach and spending a little bit of money in free agency. It needs to be more than that.
So
you want to start over and do it right. And they didn't do it right. Again, they continue to take shortcuts, and it feels like they continue to believe there is a shortcut to being a contender again. There isn't. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of roster building that there are no shortcuts to in free agency. It's nice to add free agents. It's better to build a team over 2 or 3 years. And their schedule is all screwed up, their timeline. They already drafted one quarterback that didn't work out. They then drafted a top 3 quarterback in the draft. And now they're trying to catch up to having drafted that player a year ago. I don't know that you can. But I do know you better have the best of the best in your front office to make sure you don't whiff the way you have for years in that draft. Because that has set back the franchise far more than anything Bill Belichick did in his last couple of seasons. Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, disaster.
Yep.
That doesn't set you back for a decade. You know what does? Sucking in the spring when you're selecting players and building your team. That will set you back. Free agency is great. It's impossible to build a team just through free agency. You just can't do it. You need talent from both. You need good free agent signings. You need good trades if you can get them. And you need good drafting. You need good players and talent. And they have just been short on talent for way too long to have all those guys in that front office still employed there. Start over. Turn the page. Let the new guys put it together for you. That's what I would do.
You know, to your point, it is wild that we spent the whole offseason talking about how Vrabel made it a point to kind of cut the cord with the captains on the team. Andrews, Bentley, Joe Cardona, all these guys, because you don't want that culture. You want to reset the culture. But still, the front office remains from that past era. Like that part doesn't make a ton of sense. You're right about that. Yeah.
It doesn't align with actually starting over.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
Because why? You like those guys personally, or you don't want to cut them loose and have to pay them? I don't know. I'm just telling you, you want to start over, you should actually do it. Going on your third coach in 3 years. Those aren't good teams. Good teams don't end up in that situation.
No.
This team is there.
So you're going front office.
Blow it out, man. Blow it out. Bye.
I like that better, actually.
You're switching?
I'm switching teams.
I am a convincing fella. What
He
can
is.
I say?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot that guy was still here.
Yeah.
I would say just on a bigger picture, it's like get uncomfortable. Like bring in guys outside of your view, outside of your connections. Everyone's got some sort of tie to here.
It's almost like they don't even know those other views exist because they don't conduct real searches for front office and coaching positions. They haven't. They still haven't done it. They didn't do the process for Mayo. They didn't do the process for Vrabel. They'll tell you they did for Elliott Wolf. I don't believe it.
There's no way.
No, that coordinator interview process with Robin Glazier and Gerard Mayo interviewing candidates, I'm sure that opened a lot of eyes there. Oh,
Yeah.
Robin Glazier. She doesn't even work here anymore.
Right.
I've heard, bring her own towel to pool parties, though.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I hear.
Okay. All right. So you're Team Glazier now.
Man, I miss hearing Gabriel around here. Did we save that in the system? Just for old times? It's just such a
Right into
great
the
tune.
archives,
Just a
yeah.
great- That's what I got. That's what I'm doing. I don't think a receiver changes it dramatically for years to come.
You put Terry McLaurin on this roster, though. What are the expectations for the Patriots this year? Aren't they a legit playoff team?
I'd move them up to 10 wins if they got him.
Yeah.
I'd be in your ballpark. I love Terry McLaurin.
He's a stud. He's a stud.
I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. I can hear it. Come on. Come on. Just one shot. Hey! In fact, I'd bring her back on a 10-day contract to blow him out. Remember that movie that Clooney was in? What was that Clooney movie where he played the guy? It was with the girl from the Choir movie. Oh, my God. This is going to drive me nuts. Anna Kendrick. Anna Kendrick with Clooney.
Up in the air.
He flies around and just fires everybody for company.
Just cleans out. Yeah.
He is the hammer.
Yeah.
He's the hammer. He brings it down.
So this would be
Crushes people.
a ceremonial, like, one-day contract, essentially. You know what I mean? It's
I'll
like
give it 10 days.
retiring in the retiring with the final jersey. I like that. Final move. Final swing of the hammer.
Golden hammer.
Asking the questions. What exactly would you say you do here? Something like that.
I like that. I can get on board with that.
Just on a 10-day.
10-day.
And back to the G League.
Yeah, no benefits or anything like that. No,
Back to the Red Claws.
There really is no guarantee with Vrabel here. Yeah, he's a good coach, but he also fell off the table in Tennessee. His record was not good down the stretch.
Well, I would say he's a very risky hire. Very risky.
Well, we'll be talking
and
about
once
that in 20
again,
years,
in
right?
30 years, we could talk. 26 years, we'll be saying, man, they really went out on a limb
Yep.
to hire. In fact, this is the opposite of the Bill Belichick hiring in that it was universally praised.
That's it.
So they won't be able to claim that this time
No, you
around.
won't. You won't. No, I
You
don't,
don't
I
have to
don't
trade
think.
anything either.
I don't think Mayo's going to be on the list either. I don't know if that
Was that a risky hire, Gerard Mayo? You should talk about that risky hire. Did they?
That was
did,
the exact
did,
opposite.
Yeah.
did Edelman have the question in there? What's been your worst decision? Did he ask that one?
No,
doubt
his
it.
follow-up was, does he really know Bon Jovi?
Oh, that's a hard-hitting one.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah, because he definitely didn't know the answer to that.
Well, worst decision, by the way, is Belichick over Brady. As bad as the Mayo thing was, it's Belichick over Brady.
I just want to know what he would say. What's been the worst thing you've done?
Yeah.
Isn't that far more interesting?
Yes.
What does he believe the worst thing is?
One
that
redo.
they've done?
What is it? Yeah.
Does it have to be in this state?
And my guess is he would say Brady.
Yes.
If you put him under the truth serum,
Definitely.
he's saying Brady. Oh, we screwed that up. Because if you undo the Brady thing, you don't have to get to a point of hiring Gerard Mayo.
Exactly.
You're not. Bill's probably still here. He's probably still hanging on. Just saying.